I have the other ones available in there.
Wait.
But
So, Luke, what are you drinking today? Coca-Cola.
Morning on the way to the gym and set my ukulele on top of the car and then drove off down the road.
I need a bow after that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Look at that.
I learned my lesson from last night. What a welcome, thank you. I drink the most fruity drinks imaginable.
It's laundry day.
it's laundry day.
So you always wear hats with laundry day.
I'm here to do you a favor, Jens. As you say, no ukulele.
So how did you two meet?
Well, there's these places in San Francisco. I think they're called bathhouses.
It's like one of those things where everyone wants to focus on like the big events that happen, but day to day, what we're doing is we're on like one of our drawstrings, smoking weed, making comics. It's chill. It's so much fun, and like
Yes. Oh, man, I'm not a YouTuber. I do this because I want to sell comic books. Yes! Woohoo! Yes! Guys, it is Sunday. Yes, another episode of A Drink with Brink, where I talk with other indie creators about their hopes and their dreams and their lives, and also their books and their campaigns, because the mainstream kind of sucks, and indie is where the passion is, guys. I hope you're all having a fantastic Sunday. My Sunday has been quite busy. I've been writing and doing things. I dedicated my entire Sunday to write things. I need to finish some stuff. I have some projects that I need to finish that I want to get finished. So and it's my vacation. So vacation time started for me. This means that the coming days I can totally dedicate to Jamin Comics, to doing things that needed to be done. And we are setting up, of course, the campaign for Perfect 10 Book 5 and POWERTRIP Book 2, which is a combination campaign. It's 2 books, 1 campaign to save everyone trouble. You know, you can order 2 new books at once, along with some extras and goodies and fun stuff. So the link to that, to the pre-launch page, is in the description of this video. Please go check it out, guys. Go check it out. David Feed, it's drinking time. Yes, it's drinking time, and it's David Feed time also, because he's my guest for today. So let's just waste no more time, because we have a lot to talk about, guys. So may I have a very warm welcome for our guest for today, Mr. David Feed.
Hi! First of all, let me say that AI art is an affront to the human spirit, to the nature, to artists, and everything around. This. Okay, don't use AI art, guys. That's like a no-go.
I didn't really know you were like anti
I
visual.
Let's say if I commission someone and they send me AI art, I'd be pissed off as hell.
Sure,
but like, for fun or for stuff like that, like, yeah, I don't know, whatever.
Did that happen? Did someone send you AI art?
Do you like my my AI art icon? That's me in a perfect world, I guess.
That's spitting image.
No, that's never happened to me. That someone sent me AI art. But
Oh,
like
yeah.
I
Was it with a was it a DC Comics cover that was made with?
yeah, the guy with the Superman with like the double S and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
really
Like
strange.
yeah, also it's in like Magic the Gathering, the card game. They were doing some cards with AI art or some the background for some images, and it's like I can understand, like a poor guy that doesn't have a lot of money and relies to that, or someone for fun. Okay, but like a huge company that has a lot of money using AI art, that's like, come on, man, that's like a spit in the face of the fans and the artists, and it's like no.
Well, it's a fact that humans like use other people for the benefit. So
Yeah, that's true.
it
Of course.
technically means that companies are kind of forced to use talents to make art for them, right? To do
Yeah.
graphic design or whatever. So people with the skills. But once they get the opportunity to skip that part, they will do it.
Of course,
So,
yeah.
so
If they can get away with it, they're
yeah,
gonna do it. It's like
creative people are just a means to the end, right? And when they get to the end without the creative part, they will do that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now I think that I think that one of the problems is that art can be very expensive. Like quite
Sure.
expensive, especially, and there's a lot of that people that there are some scammers out there. Like you commission someone for the first time, and then they ghost you, and that also creates like a bad blood in the scene, I guess. And you're like, okay, I get scammed by artists, but then I might as well just go with AI art. Like I don't like that. I don't like it, but I can understand why someone would go to that. It's like, okay, whatever, I just go to AI art.
Right.
I think for me the biggest problem would be the copyright issue. Whereas okay, it's all free, I just do it with AI art, but then I have no copyright protection, no. So
Yeah,
that's
well,
like
it doesn't matter. I think there were people already who sold comics completely made with AI visuals and just do it for the money. They gather money. It doesn't cost them anything, right?
yeah.
So
But I mean, can you make a career? I mean, I don't know. Maybe they can. Who knows?
money
Who
if
knows?
it's about
Maybe
copyright or something like that, or maybe you make one visual that you actually have this artist make for you. So you have the copyrights for it, right? And the rest you do with AR visuals. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Kudos to whoever manages that. Like, I've been playing around with AI art, but it's hard to make like something consistent.
Yeah.
Like even if you send the program like the same the references that you want, and it's all the same references, like it's super hard for the thing to create something that is consistent in style. Like that is well, I think that there are certain things that you cannot bypass the human mind, because mind comprehends, okay, this is the same character in a different pose, no? But how do you tell the computer, okay, I want the same character, but instead of looking this way, now I want him to look this way, right?
Yeah.
Like you have to be like hours prompting and trying until you maybe by chance get the thing prompts this instead of what you wanted, no?
Yeah. That's because these programs, they don't understand what they're actually drawing, right? It's just they copy stuff, so they don't get that this is a person and you can just turn around, right? They don't get that.
Also, it's funny that they get the words like literal. They don't, for example, they don't understand sarcasm, right? Like you put something sarcastic or like a joke, like of course they don't get it. It's a machine, you know. If you put like a rhyme or something, it's just going to check the words and throw you images of the words you put it. Whereas a human would understand. Oh, this is like a sarcastic thing. Like I want something. I totally don't want to see this girl boobs. I do not want to see them. Okay, wink, wink, wink. Like an artist, that's it. Okay.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's interesting technology.
I think it's quite interesting, yes. But yeah, whatever happens, Shadiversity, F him. I hope his next comic fails and flops like really hard.
Did he make a comic with it?
No, but he was defending it really hard. You know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I know. Mike is in the chat with us. Hello, Mike.
Drink
and talk about comics. And then David says, yeah.
Yes.
And Ryu is also here. Welcome, Ryu. Nice to see you guys. So, David, before we start, I need to ask you the famous question.
Oh.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking a very nightly jug. Yar.
Yar? What is that?
Of nothing.
Nothing.
I did not prepare it. I don't have any drink. I'm sorry. I usually have beer around here, but I don't have anything. So I have a nightly yar of nothing.
All right. Nothing.
Sorry.
Well, you heard it, Jens. It's nothing today. Nothing.
Huh? A what? No.
Failed. I failed miserably. I drink with Brink once in a lifetime.
No. Oh my God.
That's a disappointment. I'm so sorry.
Oh, okay. David, first off, how are you doing?
Fine. Thank you. I'm doing fantastic.
You working hard on your new project?
Yes. I'm working hard on Red Ice 4. I'm also working hard on another project with a friend from the Netherlands, Marinus. You may have heard of this guy. Darkseid Comics makes a comic every day, a review. You know, aren't you two like in a competition to have like the most subscribers?
Yeah, but he won. I need 4 more, guys. Guys, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you're watching, or share this out. So ask people to subscribe. We need 4 more subscribers to reach that benchmark.
600. All right. Are you monetized? I mean, can you be monetized? I think there's like new rules now. You can be monetized even if you don't have 1,000. No.
I don't know.
They changed the rules. I don't know. But...
I'd be surprised if I ever can make money with YouTube. That will be really.
This is your vehicle to show Perfect 10 to the world. So
yeah, this is it, right. This is my thing, and this is something I need to do, but also to like help other creators, right? Because I know how difficult this is. When you have your book, you need to put it out there, so you need help sometimes, right?
I'm super grateful for the channels like you that, you know, are still out there supporting the little guys, and
but
not just blah blah
you have your own channel, but are you still active on your own channel?
No, not really. Also, I use YouTube a lot, but I don't post stuff in there. It's been probably years, and maybe I should, you know. Come on. But it's easier to jump aboard another channel and then, you know, just let it go and then prepare.
Some people like Hojo, he does it like that also.
Okay.
And then he tells everyone, I did this. I was so successful without YouTube, without my own channel. Yeah, because you use other people's channels, dude.
Yeah.
So you still need channels. Right?
Yes. Like usually most of the backers come when you're in streams. That's like it is how it is. That's the name of the game. You gotta play it.
Right. Before we talk about your book, there are some people watching right now, and they're thinking, who is this David Feet guy? So maybe for them, a little summary about your who you are, where you're from, what your creative career is so far.
Oh, all right. I'll try to make it short and not extremely boring. So I'm David Feet. I'm half Swiss, half Mexican. Oh yeah, there you go. Bye. Okay. Sorry, Lenny. I failed you. No drink and boring. Yeah. What do you want? This is terrible. I don't know. I grew up in Mexico, so I grew up with mostly mangas and, you know, like anime that was like super popular when I was there. You know, Sailor Moon, Dragon Ball, Dragon Quest. That was like the highlight of my childhood. A little bit of X-Men. Actually, you know what? Like American comics, I started to get into them way older. Like I think your boy Zach and Captain Cummings were the first time like, oh, like American comics, and I remember they were talking about, like for the most normies, like Superman and Wolverine, they live in the same universe. Like that was for me. Like, oh, wait, what? Superman and Wolverine are not in the same universe? What? Like the first time I heard of Thor, Thor, I was like, oh, the Norse god, like, isn't, like the saga, is that like, oh, there's a superhero? What?
So was that with movie, when the movie came out?
I think the first movie that I got really interested was Green Lantern, because my brother-in-law worked on that movie. And so
What?
I
Wait, your brother or your brother-in-law? What
my
did you say?
brother-in-law worked in that movie.
Really? What did he do?
Yeah. He was behind the camera, like filming.
Oh, he was a cameraman, one of the cameramen.
Yeah, he was a camera. He was one of the cameramen.
That is cool.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. But have you
So
never
had to film Ryan Reynolds in the weird suit that they later would paste on with.
Oh yes, I saw him in the
suit.
pajama. That was. I was during the shooting. I was like, why are they not, like putting on like a really cool suit? Why are they doing this stupid pajama thing? Like this 3D stuff later.
Right.
It's so. To this day, I don't understand why they didn't do that. It would have been probably cheaper than all this stupid 3D effects. Anyway.
Yeah, but to be fair, I thought for this particular character it kind of worked because he's like cosmic with cosmic powers and light, and I don't know. It somehow worked for me, but
okay, I see. Okay, yeah, I see the point. It's kind of like green energy that manifests. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll say that. Fair enough. Yeah, but then I was working as an intern. I was not doing like some big stuff, but I was doing in the art department. So I got to see like all the books they had about Green Lantern, the encyclopedia, like the DC villains encyclopedia, and so forth and so on. And that got me my attention in American comics. So that was my influence,
really?
American comics. Yeah. And I remember I was watching all the books, and I said, like, I was consistently looking at some books and say, okay, this one is awesome. This is freaking incredible. And every time I was like, oh, what? Ethan? Who the hell is this guy? What a weird name, Ethan Van Sciver, no? That's how I remember, first hearing about Ethan Van Sciver. And then your voice Zach one day like, oh, there's this guy I kind of know. He's a friend of mine. Ethan was like, wait a minute, that's the guy from Green Lantern. That's so cool. That was.
What? Wait, alrighty, Babbers. Welcome, Bristolian Dave. So what did you say? So your brother-in-law, he was a cameraman?
My brother-in-law is my sister married this guy called Martin Campbell.
Yeah.
Who is a somewhat famous director, and he directed Green Lantern, and he's my brother-in-law. And so through my sister and him, I was able to work on Green Lantern as an intern in the art department.
That's excellent. So he was the director also.
Yeah, he's the director. He was the director of Green Lantern.
Okay, that's
Martin Campbell. Yeah. Anyway,
that's amazing. That's awesome.
That was cool. It was cool. Like being real behind the scenes and in the art department of a comic movie.
And somehow, someone there knew Ethan Van Sciver also.
I don't think he was involved in the production. I saw Jeff Jones. I think it's the guy who's writing. I saw him. I never talked to him, but I saw him, on film and so forth and so on. And they talked a lot about Ethan Van Sciver because he did a lot for Green Lantern. This whole Sinestro Wars arc.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I remember also all the thing that Shane Davis did with the Red Lantern. That was also like really, really, really cool. I think they did some changes to the lore where this Atrocitus guy, he was not the guy who originally killed the Abin Sur character, who was the guy who gave the
no Atrocitus was created later.
Right, but he became so popular that during the film they wanted to change it and incorporate Atrocitus into the film.
Right. Okay.
So that was
so they have this color spectrum, which is part of the lore of the Green Lantern, right?
Yeah.
So I wonder why they haven't yet use that or change that up nowadays with modern audiences that
Oh
use
my god.
the color spectrum, right?
Oh my god. Yeah,
You
the
get every
rainbow
like,
lanterns, and
yeah,
it's gonna happen one day. They're gonna be, like the gay, the
yes,
trans lanterns.
yes. When they
Oh
make
no,
when they
let's
make a
not give
new
them
when they
ideas.
make a Green Lantern reboot, they're definitely going to do that.
They probably are,
Oh
and the
wow!
and the battery's down there.
Holy shit! Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Like the trans man, they like they sweep part of the body and put it down there. So maybe down there is like the battery, and they have to refill it in there. Okay, no.
All right. Well,
Anyway.
you certainly have imagination, right? So you started to
Dear
get
God.
into like superhero books and stuff, or American comics. You
Yes,
read
yes.
manga, American comics, and then slowly you moved towards doing your own project. How did that happen?
Yeah. Also, when Jaboysak made Jawbreakers, he put it on Indiegogo. He was successful. I was like, oh my god, if this guy can do it, like I can do it. Like let's do it. I always thought that my project, my fantasy thing would be, maybe a movie, maybe a video game. And that point, I was like, okay, you know what? It's possible to make it into a comic, with crowdfunding. So that's how it started, really. And my biggest influence were a little bit of American comics, maybe more American movies. Old movies like The Dirty Dozen or The Seven Samurai. Well, that's not American, or other Western-like, like the Dirty Dozen style of movies, Clint Eastwood movies, and I wanted to do something like that in a fantasy setting. The other influence, of course, like European comics. Me growing up in half Switzerland, the other biggest influence were, of course, like European comics,
yes,
which
the
are quite
Yeah.
different than American comics. It's
yeah,
they.
that's beautiful, right?
This is
Really-
one of my favorite comics of all time, El Mercenario. It's it's almost like an oil painting every panel.
It's really nice.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
this is so cool. So those things, Dirty Dozen, American comics, and stuff like this is what inspired me to make
Inspire you. All right.
my series of Red Eyes. If you know anything about the Dirty Dozen, the movie, it's more or less the same. It's like a small group of elite soldiers going deep behind enemy lines in an almost suicide mission, and trying to take advantage of a rumor, something, and then hopefully get out alive.
Right.
So
And that's also the premise of your book?
yes, that's
Oh,
exactly
alright.
the premise of my book.
Okay.
So it's like a small group. What I showed Marinus the other day, a map. I think today it was in a stream with Marinus. I showed
Map?
him up. And
What?
Also, yes, a map. Uh-huh.
Look
So
at the
this is
size
like,
of that.
okay, by the way, this is the hardcover that you can get on the catch-up perk. This is issues 1 to 3 in a lovely, thick as hell hardcover, oversized book
Fantastic. That looks awesome, man.
that is going to have 1, 2, 3, right? And then you can buy 4. So the main spiel is that this is the world. Here are the heroes that live in this forest land, and the evil guy from the north, they invaded them. They are hopelessly outnumbered, outgunned, out everything, and there's a small chance that they can get free by having a small team going deep behind enemy lines and trying to take out a key target or something to that end. You'll have to buy the book to know exactly what exploit they're going to take advantage of.
That is
It's
fantastic.
like a super summarized version of what Red Eyes is all about. Also, mainly it's about one guy who has to be drafted into this mission because he is put into a death sentence. And so the insurgents, the leaders, they say, hey, you can go to your death sentence, or you can sign up for this almost
Yeah.
suicide mission.
All right.
That's kind of the thing, no?
Oh,
If you
okay.
succeed, you're going to be pardoned from your death sentence. And if you die, you're going to die for the glory of the movement.
All right. So it's a movement, or is it the government that arranges this, or what is it?
So the rebels are like
The
like a
rebels.
group that's still fighting to save their land, and the leaders of this movement, they have this guy who misbehaves, gets a death sentence, and then because he's like a good soldier, they say, okay, you
All
know
right.
what? There's a chance for you if you go in this crazy mission.
Hmm.
That's
All
how
right.
the story starts, more or less.
Okay. And also has some Western vibes to it, because you said you're inspired by Clint Eastwood and stuff like that.
Well, not quite. It's more like a really Dirty Dozen inspired and
Mhm.
in fantasy. I mean, Western maybe because it's not like the typical fantasy world. Like there's also like in this universe, the Industrial Revolution, if you can say it like that, has already happened. So there are firearms, there are
Mm.
machines to a certain degree.
Oh.
So it's not it's not like a steampunk by any means, but it's like there's trains, maybe there's firearms, but there's not like giant walking robots and stuff like that.
Sure.
It's a unique thing, kind of thing.
All right. Great. Let's bring up your campaign, but I have a question.
Yes.
You launched your campaign on 3 different platforms.
Yes.
Which platform do you want us to showcase?
Oh, you can show Indiegogo. That's like the
Indiegogo?
the prefer the one.
It's the preferred one. All right. All right.
Let's
There
go
we
with that
go.
one.
Oh wait, that's the wrong one. This one.
And that's the one that has not yet funded. So Kickstarter and GoFundMe are funded yet, and this one is is it now?
Yeah, it is funded.
Oh, it is
190%.
funded. Oh
It
my
is funded.
god! Woo!
Surprise! Woo!
Thank you. I whoever backed, thank you very much. You got us funded tonight. Woo!
Oh wait,
Yes.
this deserves a little thingy. Wait, one sec. Let me find it. Let me find it. There it is.
Yes! Hell yeah! Hey, come on, baby! Come on! Yes! Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
Excellent.
Woo! Well, thank you, whoever did it. Thank you very much.
Red Eyes 4.
Put it in the chat so we can,
chat, guys. This is it. Red Eyes 4. And pin it to the chat. So it's now pinned in the chat, guys. You can check out this campaign along with us. Red Eyes 4. So why did you launch it on 3 platforms simultaneously?
I think because I'm stupid. I think there's no other. You know what? I was talking with other people, like about launching it in different platforms, and a lot of people you were launching it one, and then in the other, and then on the other, right?
Yeah.
And I just thought like, okay, why not all 3 of them at the same time? Like why not? No. And then I did it, and I'm like, wait, this is not really working. But, well, I don't know. So it's already launched, so I'm rolling with it. I'm just going along with the flow.
Yeah.
So I think there's no other answer other than I'm a dummy, and maybe I should have thought it. But
Well,
now
this is how you find out these things, right? What works and what doesn't work.
Exactly. Yeah. Lesson learned. So lesson learned for everyone out there. You're like, don't multi-launch at the same time.
Yeah, but you have pretty low goals for all of them. So chances are you'll make it on all 3 platforms. But it does require a bit more promotion. I think
now it's the time to make the promotion. It's not.
Yes.
It's not a very smart idea to do like a stealth launch and then.
Yeah. Why? Well, that's something else. Why didn't you arrange like a bigger show to go on? Right. It's not like you don't have any options.
Question. You know what? That is a very, very good question. I think that there is like a shyness in me or in creators.
You shy?
Like
really?
You know what? A lot of people say, like, why are you shy? Like maybe once I'm here, in the stream, and let's say, okay, let's go, let's do it. It's all good. But like you're also a creator guy, no? It's
Sure,
like to muster up the courage to sit down and be in front of the camera and start to do this. It takes a little bit of overcoming your shyness, basically. Yes. There's
I
no
know.
other way. It's just like a little bit of shyness, a little bit of I don't know, maybe laziness. I
Right.
don't know.
Well, you don't look shy when you're on camera. You're doing good.
I know. Like people say, like, oh dear, no, I am a little bit shy sometimes.
Mike says, congratulations at the surprise.
Thank you,
Yeah,
Mr.
really
Mike.
cool. So at least one of your campaigns now is funded, which is excellent.
Yeah, I think they're all funded. Kickstarter, Fund My Comic, and now Indiegogo, they're all funded.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, I set up
you had a very
logo.
low goal on Kickstarter.
Yeah.
Oh, sure. You have them all. Excellent.
Yes. So this is like a running train. So Red Eyes is gonna happen. I said that the Red Eyes 1. It's gonna happen no matter what. With your help, it's gonna happen sooner and better. But we're making this like no matter what. I am committed to this fantasy saga, and I'm gonna make it happen.
Excellent. Guys, it has 6 backers right now. So if you back during the stream, let us know. We can have a little celebration here. There is no trailer for us to showcase. You're putting all your finance in the production of the book.
I'm putting all the finance in the production of the book.
Yeah.
I wanted to have a trailer, but now I need colors for the it doesn't even matter. I've seen some trailers that I was like, you know what? Maybe should have gone without a trailer. So I'm getting to the point where, like, you know what? I'm gonna go without a trailer. It's
the artwork, man, fantastic.
Yeah, that's Andrea Guardino. He's the guy who's been doing most of the covers, or like the official covers of issues 1 to 4. This guy is incredible. There's no way around it. Like the monster, the eyes, the lightning between the eyes, explosion behind it.
Yeah, it's phenomenal piece. Phenomenal piece, man. And Bristolian Dave technically states here that your book hasn't reached its potential yet.
No, I hope so. No.
So much that you can't wait to see it get there. Yeah, right.
It's gonna get. At least my plan is to get to issue 4, where this season, if you want to call it, finishes. Where they start the mission, maybe they fulfill the mission, maybe they come back home. That's gonna be.
And this is one complete story. One book is one story, or how does it work?
Yain. Also, it's more like each
Yain?
issue. Yain. That's like a German thing. Yes and no. So each issue like has a start and an end, and it ends in a situation where the heroes are somewhat at rest.
Yes.
And very European. Like Asterix and Obelix. It's a really famous European comic, and every issue, finishes with the whole town having a dinner together and celebrate victory, what have you.
Yeah.
So Red Eyes has a little bit of that every issue ends not in a cliffhanger actually, but more like in a set point in the story where they are more or less at rest and gathering for the next battle, for the next day.
Right.
It's not super cozy, obviously, but it's not.
But you don't need to read issues 1 or 2 and 3 to read issue 4.
No, yeah. I mean, I always put like a summary of what happened before, but for the whole story, yes, you would need to read issue 1, 2, 3, and 4.
All
so it's yes, you could jump aboard, of course, and just read the summary, but yeah, no, you need to read the other stuff.
Bristolian Dave, we got it, Bristolian Dave. I was just goofing off.
No, it's don't worry, it's okay.
It's great already, but it had to potentially be even better in the future. Each issue gets better and better. Yeah, yes. This is true. This is true. When I compared the previous issues, you can see it level up. You can see it gradually get more professional. Like look better. The story becomes tighter, right?
Thank you. Yes, I hope so. Yeah, no, we actually changed artists. Like between issues 2 and 3, we changed artists.
Yeah.
And then on issue 3, we actually got a letterer because I was doing it, the lettering of 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And it's serviceable, I guess.
Right.
But now on issue 3, we got like a real letterer who's, like doing decent placement of the letter. So we are getting there. We're getting better. I mean, this is one thing that I have to say. Like when I started this, I had never done a comic book, and I think I'm not the only one who's never done a comic book. Like you had like 10 years experience. No, you
Yeah.
mentioned before you started Perfect 10-1.
N-
And you can
no,
tell like,
I have 10 years experience right now. So
right now.
and,
Okay, but you can
Perfect 10
tell
is
that
like 4 years now. So
it's noticeable in your comic that there is a level of understanding of the medium that you have. And if you don't, then it's a learning curve, right? Like for me, it was Red Eyes 1 was the first time I ever did a comic or anything related to comics. But my goal is to improve it, not just stay stuck with it. Like, oh no, okay, we no. We're going to improve. We're going to get better. I don't mind people criticize. Criticize my comic. I don't mind. Destroy it. Wreck it to shreds.
yeah,
Give me the feedback. I can take it.
that's a good attitude. That's a good
Oh
attitude to have.
No. I remember you opened up Red Eyes 3 and you were like, it's like, oh my God, there's so much talking. Oh my God, that's so much talking. Oh, the 10 pages only talking. And I took that to heart. I said, you know what? I'm not making that mistake. Red Eyes 4 is going to have a ton of action, interesting dialogues, action. Like, no, I'm not making those mistakes. Yes. Do give me your
it's so you technically learned how to write while you were producing this book, right?
But yes.
You had no experience writing, or you didn't write anything before this.
I nothing that was shown to the public. I like to write. I like to draw. I like a lot, and I did go to courses to drawing, and I did make some self courses, if you like, about writing. I've been writing a lot my whole life, basically. So it's not like I had absolutely no idea how this works. But there's a big difference between doing it in your spare time as a hobby, just like writing a little novel here or there or whatever, and doing something that you're actually going to put out to the public, where people are going to give you feedback and have expectations. So it's I think that even
so you basically made the book for yourself. This was fun. This was a fun project for you. And then later came the added aspect that it was put out there, and other people, but you actually got to see it, right?
Yes.
That's a completely different layer.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, like at first I was drawing it myself, and just having fun with it, just for my own entertainment, if you like. This Red Eyes 1, as it came out, it was a completely different animal. This is like, okay, now we're doing something people are going to see, that are going to pay money to see it. So it's different, I think one of the best advices anyone can give you is get an editor, get someone from the outside that gives you feedback, because otherwise,
who's your editor here for this book?
So 1 and 2 it was my mom, and 3 was Magnus, the outside.
Your mother. So
yes.
Can your mother be honest? Is she honest with you? Is she like, I'm so proud of you? This is so beautiful.
No. My mom is like, she has no, how to say, she has no, she gave it to me really hard, like, you know what, this is shit, this is garbage, this you have to change. It's like, no, but this is my vision. Like, no, shut up, you have to change it. This
no
is
mercy.
Bad. Oh yeah, my mom had no mercy, but she was like, that was a harsh but like a good lesson, like, you know what, the story did improve because of all this feedback.
So you just showed us this bundle. You bundled the first 3 books. Did you take that opportunity to maybe re-letter and rewrite some stuff, or did you publish it exactly like it was?
I think I put it exactly how it was, minus like a typo here and there, maybe.
All right. Okay.
So I my intention is that years from now it's going to stay the same, because it's like a reflection of the past in a way.
Right. Yeah. You want to conserve. It like it was.
Yes. Right. Yes. I think. Yeah. Of course. Okay. Like now I see this. Like this is from issue 1, right?
Wait. What? 1 sec. Solo. Yeah.
Solo. And this is cool and all, but it's a lot of like the faces and close-ups and mid-shots, like you don't see their legs and stuff like that. Like I see these things now, and I'm like, oh, next time we need to see more, different angles and different stuff, and like see maybe from the legs and maybe for the camera. here, like all the time is the like front, no changes to the angles from top or down, or just changing the setup of the camera.
Right. Yeah.
This is something that I'm learning, and I'm applying it to the next books as I am making them. But I want to keep it here, so it's like hey, look where we come from, look what has changed, look how we're doing it better. I don't want to. I know that some people do that, like they make like a remastered version of issue 1, but I've seen that a lot of these issues are like, I don't know, Dragon Rage. It looks awesome. It's been years, and he's making a remastered of the first issue.
Mm-hmm.
And
Completely with art also.
With art and everything, right?
Oh, really?
Which is great. I mean, I backed it. It looks awesome. But I want to go on. Like now we have 2, now we have 3, now we have 4, now we have 5. Like I want us to get to this strength to keep rolling. Yeah.
You're not one to look back. Welcome, Black Angus Reviews. He says, "What's up? Yeah, we're good, man. How are you today?
Mates?
How are you today? We're looking at Red Eyes 4, and you said something that I found interesting, David. You said that you were thinking about doing something creative. You saw what your boy Zach did, and you were like, I can make a comic book. I can do this also, right?
Yeah.
So did you at that point start to think about a concept, or did you already have something that you wanted to use?
Yeah, I already had so this story is the story that I had already thought about before. This is the story that I've been writing in some shape or another since, I don't know, probably high school. Like this this fantasy story with this team and these powers and going into this adventure. Yeah, this was something that I had planned before. And actually I wrote it as a novel. And I basically broke up the novel in 10 issues. And each issue of Red Eyes is it's kind of like a chapter of the novel.
So you wrote a complete novel. That's amazing.
I mean, I try to. I mean, I don't know if it's readable, but I gave it a good old try,
Yeah. Writing a novel is more difficult than writing a comic book script, because you have to write everything.
I found scripts to be a little bit more difficult because you have to think not from the point of view of a reader who's reading it and imagining it, but you have to write it from the point of view of a camera, and that is special, no? So it's not like you describe things for the imagination, it's like you describe things for where you put the camera, top-down view, 2 persons. This one is on the border of the panel. This one is this. This one wears this. This one has this pose. So it's different. It's actually quite different. I think that writing comic script is quite difficult, in my opinion.
Right. So this means that you're pretty. You give a lot of direction to your artist, right? Or sometimes you don't know. You just do whatever you think is cool.
Both of them, yeah.
All right. Yeah. I have the same thing. Some pages I know what it needs to look like, and I write it down very descriptively.
Mm-hmm.
And other pages I just don't know. I know the dialogue, right, or the events, and I will just leave it up to the artist to think of something.
Yeah, I do the same. Sometimes it's like really you say, okay, this and this dialogue is going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
And impress me.
And in case you're wondering, people, this will probably not be in the book like this, right?
No, not like that.
Right.
Maybe it's not going to be so overtly, like that, but it's going to be quite. It's going to be there. Yeah.
What's this here? You have this other book, right? This bestiary.
Yeah.
So this is in there also?
No. This is like something really strange and abnormal that is happening in the story. Without going into too much spoilers, it's something I don't know how can I describe it without ruining it, the thing. Something crazy is happening there.
Oh, okay, something crazy.
I don't know. It's like in issue 2, like the guy loses an arm, so he goes around.
This guy?
This guy, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
And so
now it's
all
back.
of a sudden it's like this. So it's like, so what's going on here? This.
So
You're gonna have to read issue 4 to find out what the hell's going on there.
okay. Well, this creature is fantastic. Scary shit, man.
It's like it's one of his. I'm working on a supplemental issue, and this might be something from his past.
So are these all the same faces?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, I was wondering. These don't look like different people, but all the same one.
Exactly. Yeah. This is
All right.
all the same faces of the same character.
Right.
So I don't know. Maybe this is like the cruel fate that happened to him. Maybe this is like maybe it's a dream, a hallucination. I don't know. You're gonna have to find out. Like,
So when you discuss this with your editor, are there a lot of things that you change up after such discussions, after such input, or maybe change things that you thought were actually good, but then you're like, yeah, maybe it's best to do this differently, right?
well, issue 1 and 2, we made a ton of changes. Like completely the direction where the comic was going, I had to change it. It was going to be way more mean-spirited. It was going to be more like what there's a lot of like badass anti-heroes. A lot of comics that are coming out lately of the indie scene and Comicsgate scene, like the hero is almost like a villain, like an anti-hero.
Okay.
A very like mean-spirited person that has to be like that because the bad guys are so much worse, right? And like my comic was going in that direction to where the heroes were like complete and utter assholes and stuff like that. And I actually changed it. Like my mom was like, you know what? No, it doesn't fit the story. You have to change that, and the flow is going to have to go somewhere else. And so that was a big change that I did, especially with the dialogue, with the situations. Like there was a point in the story where one of the characters would like murder someone from a village.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, no, you cannot have it. Like, the heroes cannot be going there and murdering, innocent people. Like that's just like a no-go. And I had all this reason for why that happened, because it was necessary for the story, for them to learn this and that point. It's like, no, you cannot have it. So I changed that. So that was like one really big change that I basically had to do.
But you could have stuck with it. You could have said, no, this is my story. This is the story that I want to tell. Like this is such a drastic change. It changes the main characters completely, right?
Yes. I mean, I read once that or saw someone talking about writing, that when you start writing or creating whatever, comics, movies, what have you, that it's better if you stick to the cliches. It's better if you stick to the standards of storytelling, because you're not yet an expert that is going to know how to break the rules and create like like an anti-hero that the people are gonna like, even though he does weird stuff. Like there is some truth to that. I mean, I'm obviously not like an expert writer that's been writing for like, I don't know, decades. And so the advice of like keep it standard to what you learn is not that bad advice. I think that once you are like when you know how to write like this, like, oh my god, I've written so many comics, I've done it in and out, I know all the rules, I know how to bend the rules, then you can really bend the rules and do this stuff, because you're gonna know how to create it and make it compelling and not make like a raging asshole that everyone's gonna hate. And so I stuck to that advice. I thought, you know what, it's true, I'm not like the expert writer, so I'm gonna stick to what the experts say, if you like. And the other thing is that I've been getting comics from the indie scene, and I've been disillusioned a little bit with that. But a lot of the main characters are like raging assholes that, you know, some of them more than others, let's just put it that way, to where like I see it and say, yeah, you know, it's true. I'm not feeling sympathetic to these characters. This is not doing it for me. Oh, it's like I'm rooting for the villains in all these books.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know what? No, I'm you know what? I'm going to stick with the advice. That was my
You have to give the readers something to latch on to, which is usually the main character, right?
I mean, like characters like Wolverine.
If you don't like the main character, then that takes away from the excitement, from the thrill, right? There's danger. Who cares, right?
Yeah.
When you actually care about the character, then it lifts up your entire book, right?
Yeah.
Welcome, Chris Fisk.
Hey, hi, Chris.
Welcome, sir.
Something that I noticed in Perfect 10 is that the main protagonist in issues 1, 2, and 3, we see her going through all these tribulations. She doesn't have her memory, but she wants to do good, right?
Mm-hmm.
As far as I understand. Later on, we find out that she is, you know, like she used to be an assassin or something like that was getting her memory erased every time, and she was just murdering people left and right. It's quite interesting, but you did not start a book with Perfect 10 murdering innocent people left and right, or, you know, like mutants left and right. You started in a situation where it's like tabula rasa, no? Like, okay, I'm here, I don't have no idea, but I want to do something good.
Yeah.
Like this is like a good way of writing an anti-hero. Like you make him sympathetic, and then maybe you confront him with something heinous, but then the reader already is understanding what is happening.
Yes.
If you start a character from the beginning and he's a raging asshole, like people are going to be like, okay, I just want this guy to die, you know?
Yes, this is true.
So I think
now you have someone that people like, kind of like, because I like the character, right? And later on, you see the gruesome shit that she did.
Yeah.
And that contrast, that's interesting. So people they have to deal with that the same way that she has to deal with it, with her own past.
Yeah. And it's kind of cool because since she got her memory erased, it's almost like, okay, is she still that person? Is she not that person? Like this person we're getting to know right now, I kind of like, you know, that she wants to do good and not to kill people. Like, ooh, what is going? Is this like a facade? It's interesting, yeah.
All right.
It's sympathetic to us, and we're going along with this sympathetic character up to now, no?
All right, David. Let's this. Let me see if we have some new baggage. We started with 6. Let's refresh, guys. The link to this campaign is pinned in the chat. It's in the description of the video alongside the other platforms. So it's also on Kickstarter. It's on Fund My Comic. So pick your poison, right?
Exactly. I believe in this spaghetti technique. Just throw everything at the ceiling and see what sticks. You know, like GoFundMe, Kickstarter, Indiegogo. I'm like, no, throw it all.
Welcome, Edith. Welcome.
Edith.
Nice to see you in the chat today. Looks good. So this is basically for people who love fantasy and who love there's a little bit of horror, right? Fancy horror fans will like this also.
I guess you would call it dark fantasy. It's not straight up horror, but it's quite some of the monsters we make are not, you know, like the borderline horror, I guess you could call it.
All right. Fantastic. So you have a few alternative covers. You can see them here, guys. The various covers. You can get combinations of books, and you can also get some add-ons from previous books, right?
Yeah, that's the hardcover catch-up. That's this bad boy here. It's the hardcover, the big boy here, with issues 1, 2, 3, and of course issue 4 with the cover of your choice, if I remember correctly.
Beautiful, fantastic work, man. So how many books do you have planned? This is your life's project, your magnum opus.
It's so the plan is to have 10. This first situation, this first season is going to be 10 issues. Is this mission they are on from start to finish, to
Wow.
they getting to where they need to go, accomplishing what they need to do, maybe,
Mhm.
and then let's see if they can make it back, or how many of them manage to come back. So
Wow.
it's like basically it's like the how would you say it? There is a rumor that the main hunchos of the bad guys are going
Yeah.
to get together in a particular castle to discuss the strategy, which would seem silly, like you don't do that, like from a military standpoint, you don't do that. But they need to do this because they have some special the weapons that allow them to, like conquer lands and what have you. These special weapons, they the power of this, they basically have to distribute to their generals. That's why they all have to come together, because they only have like a very few of these weapons. So they come together, they distribute the power to the main generals, and then they move forward into their conquest. The heroes learn of this, and they have the mission to go there in a sort of secret assassination mission, find where all the bad guys are together in one place, all the big, strategist guys, and
Mhm.
hope to kill them all in one sweeping strike, and then
Wow.
go back home. More or less.
Okay. So that's what
there-
is all working towards. That will be
More
issue
or less,
10,
yes.
basically. The
Exactly.
final. All right. Exciting. So you have things planned out.
Mhm.
That's good, man.
So right now they are in this Silent City, Escape from Silent City.
Yeah,
is
why
the
is
name
it
of
called
the-
Silent City, by the way?
So in issue 3, they managed to get to this place called the Silent City, and they go there because it's neutral. So the hunters, which are like the bad guys, and the insurgents, also the rebels, they can be in this city because it's neutral, because the queen of this place is like this uber powerful creature that basically keeps everything and everyone in check. And so as they're running from the hunters, because they were about to kill them all, they enter the city in the hopes of getting some sort of safeguard, like a neutral ground safeguard. Okay, we're safe here. At least we don't have to worry about the hunters. We can regroup and then continue with the mission.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, the city only has one rule: don't make loud noises, because maybe something horrible wakes up if you do. And then it all goes to hell, and now they have to escape this horrible place. That's
all right. Who wants to live in a city where you can't make any noise?
Exactly. And if you do make some loud noises, something horrible comes from the ground and eats you and your whole house and your family.
Oh, these are these worms, these things here.
That's yes, exactly.
These lamprey. What do you
These
call it?
lampreys wake up and then they eat you. And if the people make too much noise, then the queen awakens, and then it's like, okay, you have awakened me for the last time, and
oh no,
it's all hell. Yes.
Right, the Silent City. Okay, all right. That's interesting concept. I wonder why people stay there. Why they don't just abandon the city.
Yeah, that's what someone said. Why would they have? I thought, sorry. The idea is that the city is prosperous because it is protected by this horrible, super powerful creature. It's neutral. It's prosperous. It's rich. There's only this one rule.
That's why people are kind of safe there. No one attacks them, right?
Yeah, exactly. So
okay.
So if you're running from the hunters, that's a perfect place. If you're running from the rebels, that's also the perfect place, because everyone is kept in check by the monster.
Right. But imagine you're the enemy. You want to I don't know, siege the city or whatever. You just throw this huge boulder on it. Make some noise there. Of course, rockets.
That we actually thought about that. And in issue 3, there is this there is like a representative of the monster, and he's basically the king of the city, and he explains of this situation. So like one time someone tried to conquer the city. Of course, the monsters, they're not stupid, so they saw, okay, this guy is the one making the noise. So all the monsters went out of the city and killed the guy and the entire army. They ate them all, and protected the city.
Oh, right. Okay.
So they're not stupid, like, okay, if this guy is making noise, then we kill him and not destroy the city. It's like,
All right. You thought about it. That's good.
I did.
One really loud fart would spell doom for us all.
there is some truth in that, yes.
Be quiet in the entire city, lest the city father wakes up from in front of the television. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And then he takes his big giant belt and belts the city to a dust.
Yeah. Welcome, Darkside. He says 6
Hey.
backers. Come on, guys. Back this project. Yes, back this project.
So this guy is my editor, by the way.
It did get funded on IGG. Yeah. I'm just going to claim it. I just go to claim it. So
Yes,
it was
Dave,
a
you did
surprise
it.
to David.
Thank you, mate.
Thank you all so much. All right, let's stop the screen. Go check it out, guys. Go share out the campaign. Let's make this a wonderful success. And before we round things off, guys, I need to do a little bit of shilling of my own. I'm very sorry about that, but you can sign up to Perfect 10 Book 5 and POWERTRIP Book 2. Which is one campaign for 2 new books. We're working on it right now. You can sign up. This is a fantastic book, Book 5, and it's this is the big battle that we've been waiting for. It's about to happen in this very issue. Plus, you get some more adventures from other corners of the genuine universe, like we introduce Shadow Lion, and we have the Flying Dutchman. And we have the Phenomenals and more stuff. So just sign up and you get some. There's this early bird special that you don't want to miss, guys. The link to this is in the description of the video. David, thank you so much for being my guest and for showing us your campaign.
You're welcome. Yes.
Yeah.
If you want to know what happens after this.
Oh, yeah.
Spoilers.
Wait. Ooh, look at that.
Damn, what is going on here?
Beautiful.
I
want that book.
Flying machine crash lands into the base of the bad guys. You want to know what happens next? You want to know what happens after this bad boy? Gotta back Perfect 10, number 5.
Excellent. You see, you need to go on bigger streams, man. You can do this. You can sell books.
I can try.
You can do this. Right. Thanks again, David. And thanks. Thank you, chat. Thank you so much for being here, for being with us today, because without you, there's no point. So if you like this conversation, give it a like. If you didn't like the conversation, give it a dislike. And I'm very sorry. And if you have a campaign, if you are a creator, you have a campaign going on for something, and you want to be on this show next week, reach out to me. I don't have a guest just yet for next week. So if you want this spot, reach out to me through X, and we'll make this happen. So thank you all so much for watching, for the support, for being here with us. And and let's see you guys next week. So see you next week. Bye, guys.